Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome back to Fallout 4. So, just a quick note. Today's episode's gonna need to be a little shorter because I don't have as much time to record. So let's get straight into things. Let's not muck around. I need to build this. I believe, yeah, I already have all the resources needed, so I'm just gonna go right ahead and build this frickin' stabilizer. Stabilized reflector platform. There we go. Wonderful. Now we just need to talk to Proctor Ingram and get the thing all sorted, get whatever we need further sorted. I looked into how to preserve power armor. You know, all the things that I can do to help are kind of already done. There's one thing that I can do right away that I kind of missed last time. I'll do it really quick before we start doing this mission, just to help further my efforts. We already went to this place called Corvega. We went right through and like removed all the bad guys from the area. I'm hoping that they've stayed away. They've stayed removed. Yeah, I'm trying to stay in power armor as much as possible now. From now on. Apparently people just find them all the time. Or the power cores all the time. I haven't been so lucky. I have personally found that... Oh my god, you just sink to the bottom and walk. And walk. That's funny. Yeah, people said, like, don't use sprint, don't use VATS. Anything that uses AP uses up the power cores faster. What was that I heard? Don't tell me the guys are back. The, raiders might be back. But somehow I missed, when looting this area, I missed a bobblehead that is up the top, here. I went right to the top and I looted around, but I must have just missed it. But it adds extra, like, reduction to power use of the suit. That I thought would just get really quick. The perks that I got to reduce power usage are already in effect. Oh, maybe it's another one. Maybe that's why I missed it. Because I definitely went all the way up to here and looted, yeah. It must be one of the other tall structures. Oh, there is actually still a guy up there. Huh. Wonder if that's why. I'm just running, not even worried about. Yeah, so I didn't loot these structures at all.
Oh, man, come back! Who is that? I was having fun!
Come here, you. Yeah, so as I was saying before, the perks that I've got, the nuclear physicist perks, they increase the percentages by like 20% or 25% and then like 50% and then 100%. This one only gives 10%, but you know, every little bit counts. Here it is. Yay! It's the repair bobblehead. Fusion cores permanently last 10% longer. Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't come all the way up here because you never need to when running through this place. Also, I've kind of taken to the idea of doing a melee build. So, where's this guy that's still shooting me? Is he still alive or is he dead? Because Dance stayed down the bottom. Except that he's now right behind me. Alright, we can just leave now. We've got the bobblehead. Alright, Ingram.
See the capital wasteland.
Ingram?
Talk to me.
Any luck building the platform yet?
Yep. Yes, I'm ready to build the rest of it.
I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on then. Here's a list of everything we'll need.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so I'll be around if you have any questions.
Cool. Looks good, Ingram. I'll get to
Looks
work
good,
right away.
Ingram. I'll get to work right away.
I wish I had your confidence. Oh, one last thing before I forget. It's important that all the components are wired together so all the pieces are on a single grid. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. If you need any help, I'll be over at the build site making some adjustments and calculations. I'd wish you good luck, Knight, but I think we're both going to need it.
Okay. So, yeah, what do I need next? I think I might already have most of those, once again. I might not have them here, though. Circuit boards, sensor modules. I've been grabbing all these. Biometric sensors. Beam emitter, relay dish, and console. I got into my suit earlier, and because I have Dance as a friend, It popped up with a little message saying, Paladin Dance likes this. Which I think is funny. Okay, special. We need, this. Control console. I can build the relay dish. Alright, let's just build this, like... Build this over here. It needs power. There we go. And so we need some other things, but I'm pretty sure I can just fast travel back and forth and grab them from my home. Because we have all those items at home. Biometric scanner. See, I knew I had military grade circuit board. That's what it is. So now I don't need to do any of the stuff that it wanted me to do. Already done it. Yeah, search military sites or search telecom sites for those things. Oh, it's raining. Got drops of water on my screen. I think it's supposed to be for when you're in first person. It's supposed to be drops of water on your mask.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later.
He's just sitting here? That's so weird. Okay, we need the control console. Let's build this like here. Actually, let's build it like here so it looks like it's in line with the radar dish. There we go. And then we've got the molecular beam emitter. How did I have this lined up before? Didn't I have it... Wasn't I able to put it round this thing? Might have to have it down the hall a bit. Down the way a bit. Just place it there. Now we need all the power. Which is the problem. First things first though, actually, I'll go... how do I do this? Yeah. I can't do something with this. Can I do it with this? Attach wire. There we go. Attach it to that. This just requires power in the area. Okay, I've like scrapped everything in this area that I can scrap, that I want to scrap. And there's no ceramic. I need freaking ceramic apparently to build more power stuff. Everything requires ceramic, except this. Or maybe I could just build this. This might make up the difference. Can I build it on one of these? Like up here? I mean, technically I can. Even though it makes no sense. Sure. Oh my god. Let's wire this up to... Okay, this light is going to act as my hub light. I wanted to build a connector, but I guess this is it. This is the connector. Everything else. And then this to that. I'm also going to build one to this, just in case. Build this. I'll put some connectors out to these lights up here. Unless that's not it. Oh, it requires power 23. I have 23. No, I need more than 23. My bad. Oh wait, no, I haven't freaking wired this up yet.
If you keep hoarding that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
He doesn't like me picking up... Wait, he doesn't like me picking up junk? Are you kidding? He's the one who's always saying, like, sift through some of this stuff. We might find something useful. It must have been from one of the items that I picked up. Maybe the charge card. But I heard that apparently the charge cards are actually good. And that you should keep them. That you can sell them to someone in one of the other games. I don't remember. One of the other DLCs, I mean. Is that not enough? She's always working on this, so I can't see how much this costs. So it's like it's like 25, it's like 7. And then I've added 8, 9, 10, 11.
Better check all your connections.
So
and make
31.
sure all the
Okay, everything, we have enough power. Everything should be lined up, should be powered up. It looks like it still wants me to power it. You can't bring power to it. Unless it's just telling me that, but what I actually need to do is interact with this.
Make sure this is on the same grid.
Excuse me. Wait, if I grab this, do I have to place it here? Oh. Now it worked. Weird. Okay, no, it only works when it's underneath it. But it didn't let me place it there. Oh, I saw it. I saw it for a half second. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. I can actually remove this. But I don't want to remove it because otherwise I won't be able to get the components back that I spent on it. So let's just put that back in the inventory. And there, it should all be ready. It should all be fired up. Ready for use.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. Let's grit.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now,
Dance loved that.
I want you to listen
Yay!
very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact. So it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
She's the character from the first game. I didn't realize when I last played through this that... Like, cause I wasn't with Brotherhood. I didn't know about Dr. Lee. How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
Yeah. What sort of differences?
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never formally joined as a scribe. After the capital wasteland was secured, she objected to the Brotherhood's continued military presence there. I think she assumed we would just walk away from it all. She was wrong. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs our
What's
attention?
this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
If you have a moment, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Oh? Of course.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Thank you. This isn't a formal meeting. I simply want to clear the air. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot when we first met, and I feel like I owe you an apology. Expecting you to embrace the standards of the Brotherhood without having a history with us was unfair. And given that you've adjusted so well to our beliefs, I don't think I needed to push so hard.
Perhaps. Is this the start of his special mission? That's very kind. Thank you.
That's very kind. Thank you.
Well, you deserve it. When I was an initiate, my sponsor was Paladin Krieg, toughest squad leader I ever served with. He was a model soldier, embodying the values every trainee was striving to achieve. Fiercely loyal, secure in his beliefs, and brave to a fault. From the moment I was assigned to his squad, I was singled out. It felt like he was pushing me harder than the rest of the team. I fought by his side for years, and we had some seriously close calls. But he never explained to me why I was treated that way.
Did you ever ask
Did
him
you
why?
ever ask him why?
I'd considered it, but unfortunately, I never had the chance. After I was promoted to Paladin, and I'd moved on to my own squad, I received word that Krieg was killed at Adams Air Force Base. The news was like being kicked in the stomach. I mean, I'd lost some of my brothers and sisters.
He died
before.
to super
His
mutants,
death.
didn't he?
Well, it really got to me. It's taken me a long time to realize it. But the reason Krieg was so tough on me is the same reason I'm so tough on you. It's because I believe in you. And I don't want to see any of your potential go to waste.
I'm flattered.
I'm flattered that you have so much faith in me.
You've earned that faith by your own hand. Well, I've said what I had to say, and I hope that it meant something to you. I trust you'll keep this in confidence, of course. Some of that information was of a personal nature, and, well, I'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah, every companion has has those moments where they'll just talk to you one-on-one for a bit. I like that he was just saying all that right in front of the Elder Maxon. So yeah, because I've done a few things that, like, it said Paladin Dance loved that, or Paladin Dance liked that. He considers me friend, you know, sort of thing, rather than just someone who's fighting alongside him. Alright. Well, I don't think I should enter the Institute with power armor on. I'll just leave it here. And I'll take my power core, thank you. Fusion core. There we go. He's gonna be in his power armor. Alright, let's just
I've checked
talk.
and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Yeah. And I'm also gonna, for the sake of missions coming up, I'm going to take my hat off.
Are you in or are you out? Make up your mind.
Actually, I might take a bunch of I might just wear normal clothing. There we are.
Pull yourself together and get up onto that platform.
Refrain
Right.
from opening fire inside the Institute. It could jeopardize our entire mission.
Yeah, exactly. Like I know what I've got to do in here, and I know it's oh, I can't zoom out. I don't know if Dance will follow through with me.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow,
That music?
there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way,
All right.
this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to.
Yeah.
I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well.
Interesting.
Looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Goodbye, fellow comrades. Yeah. You arrive here. In the Institute, in their teleporter bay. When you arrive, no one's here waiting for you because they weren't expecting I mean, they essentially weren't expecting a visitor. I'll just take the random shit around here. The junk. Yeah, I didn't think Paladin Dance could come with us.
Hello.
Failed road to freedom.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
Yeah.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Yeah, I'll do that in just a minute. Let's just use this terminal really quick. Institutionalized. New access log. Recent access. These numbers. And these validation keys. And then just XXXXXX. Error signal rerouted. It's me. It's me. It me. Wait, if I can't place load holotape? Network scanner. Play tape. Initiate network scan. Yep, alright. Scanning complete. Okay. Eject holotape. Cool. So yeah, I have a holotape now with information that I need to return to Proctor Ingram. I need to locate Dr. Lee, and I need to... Weird, the mission doesn't show up. But I need to find Virgil's serum as well. Oh, an Institute lab code. Alright, let's press the button and go in the elevator. Yeah, I think the Institute in this...
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Institute.
Nah. They're fascinating.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground.
Yeah.
There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Yeah. This is the thing, is it's... Like... When we start getting into this stuff... This is when I'm like... Why did Bethesda make the choices for the factions so limited? Let's just keep going. You're like, wait.
Sean?
Huh?
Sean?
Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean, is that really you?
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean,
are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father?
you're like,
Father, help me!
give me back my son.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype.
You're like,
once.
you bastard.
We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean, the real Sean.
Give
right
me
now.
Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You've gone to
That's a
such
little more intense than I
lengths to
intended,
find
but-
him.
I'll make this very simple.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am... your son.
Yeah. It's really you after all this time?
Really you? After all this time?
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Yeah. I genuinely did not see it coming when I played this, but that's because you don't know, you never hear from the Institute. You never know the Institute or their systems, you know. You just meet a man that's known as Father. And I had my mind kind of blown. I thought our son was
you're
dead.
not too overwhelmed.
I thought my son was dead and that they just replaced him with a synth. When I first walked into this room, I was like, oh my god, they're just like... The synth, the boy that we saw, the 10-year-old boy, was the synth that we saw. But then it turns out that no. It's just a little bit longer and suddenly, oh, right.
This really is a matter of importance.
But why?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
You've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please, anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg, he worked for you?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother, she never got to
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage?
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Okay, I think we're in a loop. I need to just...
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Oh, how do I proceed with this? Want me to stay here?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Alright.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Yeah, so that's one of those conversations. It's a freaking cluster of a moment. Yeah, so this is a synth. This Sean is a synth that they designed to look like 10-year-old Sean in some kind of weird experiment to do with me first coming in contact with it and its response to, like, as you said, something like strong emotional stimulus. I sided with the Institute when I first played the game because I agree with the idea that there's like such important research that's being done here, such valuable research, and I think personally that synth technology is amazing. If you could actually make essentially robotic humans, that is like, that's an amazing feat of scientific achievement. The facility in here is beautiful.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up
I'm not going to actually visit those people yet. Yeah, the actual space down here, is it still? It still is that. Okay. It's just when you look at large things, it's hard to take it all in. The facility here is amazing. Yeah, the facility is amazing. They've got like freaking actual trees growing and shit. The facility is like the most technologically advanced thing in the whole Fallout series. I wish you could do more than just the options that you have. Like, you have such limited options in this game. I'm gonna save it here because I'm out of time for today. I wish you could proceed in a better way than you can. There's like only really 3 or 4 options for the end of the game. There's some variations on like the Brotherhood storyline I think you can do, and there are a couple of variations on the
unnecessary power consumption to a minimum.
Okay, well I'm gonna load my save anyway, so I'm not gonna. There are variations on some of the other endings you can choose that allow you to have like a better outcome for their narratives. But for the Institute, there's only really one final outcome that I recall seeing. I might be mistaken, but I remember trying to find some sort of middle ground for like the Institute and the Railroad specifically, but there's really no compromise between the three main options, or I guess there's technically 4. But yeah, the 3 main options. Next time, we're going to do all the missions in the Institute that we were wanting to do for the Brotherhood, because we're not going to stick with the Institute. We're using their trust of me through my son to get in here, to get the information I need, to get the reconnaissance that I need, so that I then may utilize that for the Brotherhood's goals. Because that's this mission, and that's this playthrough in a nutshell. Whatever the case, if you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. I wish we didn't have to destroy the Institute because it's such a beautiful place. Such a beautiful little oasis in the wasteland. But, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.